Oh, I'm certain that won't stay a problem for long.
Maybe the dew originates from invisible water in the air. Water that stays hidden when it's hot.
The pilgrim trails across France converged at Osterbat, in the foothills of the Pyrenees. There, the group of 20 or so pilgrims who had been travelling alongside me since I'd left Tours swelled to about 70. Some were prosperous citizens, some probably on the run from justice, a few drunks, and several monks and clergymen. Several languages were spoken, including Flemish, a German tongue, and a southern French language called Oc. Nevertheless, there was no lack of communication among them, and as we crossed the Pyrenees, they sang, played games, told stories, and in several cases had love affairs. While my baby and I kept mostly to ourselves.
Ganz schön frech, die mit ihrem Kind.
Hush now. I'm sorry. He has to cry himself out before he'll fall asleep. It will give you a strong voice. Do you have children? How long have you been traveling? I met pilgrims. I am sorry. We'll go for a walk.
Richtig dreist.
I already tried.
Kann ein Mann nicht einfach mal seine Ruhe haben? Der Weg aus Babenberg war doch anstrengend genug.
I'm glad I never had to use my dagger. I'm only keeping...
Ein Kind hat ja auch gar nichts
I
verloren.
should try to keep...
Stimmt doch, oder?
Psst, jetzt ist aber gut.
I washed him already. Dear Lord, what you should get out of the water.
My ring. Dear Lord, come back to me. Please come back to me.
She's not... She's not... She's not...
Where are you? Where did you go?
I'm glad I never had to... I'm only...
Come back to me. Please come back to me. Where are you? Where did you go?
I found it.
Yes! You are a very kind...
I'm glad I...
Yes. It was a gift. She thought I would stay forever.
Why did you leave?
Oh, I thought She always said I was her daughter. I was so selfish.
Maybe you really...
I was very young and thought I was But in the end, the sea did not... The cold there made me sick.
Why didn't you go...
She had been so angry once. So angry and disappointed.
Ah, that's why...
Yes. So that... I'm just not...
Actually, I too am trying to make amends. I was told he went
You will know...
Not soon enough.
He'll be there.
I hope so. I just feel that with every day that passes, and that the only thing I can allow myself...
I understand.
Hey, hush. Not long now in our journey... The woman's name was Alba. I wasn't sure if she appreciated my company, but I couldn't leave her on her own either. By the time we reached Los Arcos, she'd stopped. Alba believed herself to be of weak mind and body, and yet she walked the Camino. But what was there to forgive? Around Leon, after Astorga, the next morning, Of course, I stayed with her. I brought her food and water and sat by her side. I'd hardly known her, and most of the time, it wasn't until a few moments before she died that, for the first time, I still like to believe that here, in this unlikely place, when I left, that thought still haunted me. To see that a journey... In the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral, then started to roam the town looking for my dear Jack. It was almost dawn when finally... I'm looking for a man.
El logo anda sempre...
Have you seen anyone?
Pero, ¿por qué levas un libro enriba?
She doesn't even understand. I already... He's sleeping. Where are you? Buenos dias.
Sinto...
No, I was told a friend of a red-haired Englishman.
Eu só che falo en galego, miña...
Français? Have you seen a man? Jack?
Jack?
Yes, have you...
Pásanche por aquí centos... Vas ter que...
I don't... She doesn't even understand. I was told that... But how... She does... I was told that... But how...
Oh, que co...
See. Have you seen his father, Jack Jackson?
Vincent
What?
é un peregrino.
Oh, no. No, he's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen Vincent?
Let me show you something. He likes to cry like Jack.
Ai, que dia...
Let me show you something. I must find... He's a ma...
Ai, mal...
Oh, it's...
Nena, que te...
Translate.
Agora mesmo están... Case che diría que vos...
He's a jongleur, a storyteller.
Ai... Na mi... Xa temos...
You don't seem to like... He's just a Oh, I bet that doesn't... Let me show you something. He's a mason.
Ah, che...
Sí, sí.
Por aquí pasan... Non me podería...
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Polo visto...
Yes, Jack.
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero se tan desesperada...
Entón...
He went to...
A Toledo marchou, sí.
Di que o teu Jack...
All right, gracias. I just... Buenos dias. Parlez-vous français?
Of course.
I was told
Who told you this?
a group of scholars. They said he used to translate old scripture.
Please wait here.
It's his.
Oh, there you are. May I ask?
A scholar told me that
Yes, my servant. My father's not here at the moment, so you'll have to. Unfortunately, I must disappoint you.
He must be here.
What? Who allowed you inside?
I didn't mean to.
I just hope for your sake you didn't. Every piece in there is. I'm sorry. I think you should know that Jack and I are. Maybe we should go and. The sun's burning, and my mother doesn't. Jack told me about. You're the one who rejected him. And now you.
I'm here.
He always said that he had come here to find out about his family. But instead, he found out when he and my father met. It was love. But in the end, Jack would always start to rib vaults and pointed windows. He'd ramble on about it for hours and stare up at that ceiling. We three sat here for hours and talked so many strange ideas.
You're talking about...
Well, my father had offered him work as a monk. He would have been well off and free to spend it. But in the end, he refused. Tell me, did you really marry his stepbrother?
It was a mistake. I know that now. I did it to fulfill a promise I'd made to my... I thought I had no choice. Believe me.
I do. You know, he left me because of you. Even after all you did to him, he couldn't let go. You can be glad that you ran into me and not my mother.
He can...
But apart from that, Father even gave him one of his favorite, a small wooden statue.
Would you mind telling...
He went to Paris to work on the cathedral. He said he never found out about his father.
Paris?
Yes, if you find him there.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is the child?
Well, he has none.
Isn't that a bit...
But he's his son as well. It's his right to have a say in it too.
Then off to Paris. That baby needs a name.
He will get one. Thank you. I travelled back along the Way of St. James, passing through Astorga, Lyon, and If Jack really was there... I'd pull him... If he's here. There. Are we awake then? You almost missed... Look at these colourful...
Ali?
We came to see you, Jack.
We? Is he...
He is your son.
My son?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Ali, where do we go from here?
Wherever we go, I want to go with you.
Will you marry me? Both of you.
We will. We stayed in Paris and our son. The days went by quick. Jack had learned much working as days became. Then after a year, we both... Where can we go from here? We both confessed that we wanted to... And then we knew where we wanted to go. Home. Even if it was in Sham.
We need to hurry. The ship to England...
What's going on here?
Whatever it is, if the crowd doesn't clear up, we'll miss our... Could make the horse get their attention.
Or ride it through...
That sounds, no, that would only get... Do you know what's going on?
What happened?
The jongleur told the crowd a few stories. Then he sold people some miracle... But it was just fairy tales and...
Well, it always...
I know, but I'd need... Otherwise, they'll rip him apart.
She doesn't do anything yet, but if I stood with her where it's... Do you see? It's...
Your friend Rashid must be quite...
Mustn't fool around now.
Oh, the holy mo...
Revere the... For she has blessed... Cease your doings!
It's true. Lord, why is she crying?
She weeps for your... What is this, man? He tricked us and took... And you would kill the Holy Virgin.
It is the Mother of God.
Where did she...
For 100... Dormant.
Listen! Tell us all!
Her destiny... There she...
Kings?
Where's that?
Hey!
Make way!
Helen!
Make rock!
Huh? Bless it.
Give us...
They're donating to...
Oh. The weeping... And... I shall build her...
It's...
Who do you mean?
You.
Me? A goat?
My husband is very...
But he drowned. But 24 years... On the white...
His name was...
Jacques.
Jack.
just grown. But there are no roots, no herbs.
What are you looking at, Jonathan?
The garden is in disorder. I want it to be right again, but I don't know how to do it.
Before I became prior, I thought the same about Kingsbridge.
Well, what did you do?
I cleaned up.
Where do we start?
Some plants are weeds and must go before we can plant new seeds.
What are weeds?
They take away what the other plants need to grow. Like...
What do we do?
Pluck them. Here, you see those? They're called wood. Let's pluck only the...
I'll do it.
If you insist. Make sure to pull...
And now what do I do?
For plants to take...
So... Done. What's next?
Plants also need...
I think it's better if I...
Indeed. Now, where did you put them? Ah, here they are. You always said you wanted to plant these seeds and make a new garden, Milius. I think it's about time.
What did you bring?
Do you remember Milius? A kind man. Well, he...
Wow!
Now we...
All right. How long?
Too long for us to keep sitting here.
That long.
Something, and only with...
Why do we have to do all these things if all we had to do is wait?
Simply waiting would not have been enough, Jonathan. You just... They are happening. And in a few...
Oh. Does he make...
You...
No.
No.
But there are many trees by the river. I bet that will...
That's a longer...
I don't mind.
Maybe you're right. It is worth it. Let's walk together.
But I'll...
Why isn't Religious holding the sun?
What's gotten...
Our church lies in ruins. But all of this, these dire times, have revealed something important to us. Something that, maybe until today, I wasn't aware of.
What do you mean?
You've been praying in these ruins. But you've been praying like you always did, in humbleness. We don't need a church for prayer.
Where else are we going to pray? The chapter house?
The church is where God resides.
God doesn't work in the ways we might assume. Today, Jonathan tended to our garden to make it beautiful again. And he told me of things I almost had forgotten. Good and evil are not in here or out there. They are within each of us. We have witnessed that man carries the devil in his heart. But even before he can take a hold of man, God is born within us, as we were created in his image. Prayer needs no special place, for we are his church. In our actions, he exists.
We are God's temple.
No man is closer to God than any other man. Whether you pray in church or on the streets of our towns, whether you're a man, woman, monk, or bishop.
Philip, look outside! You have to see them. You've got to see the horses and the colours.
Jonathan. Now, what's going on?
I heard noises and I went to look.
Calm down. What happened?
But the priest said they brought a miracle.
Who? What? What priest?
Step right up, brothers and sisters. For you are about to see something that will change your life.
Who is that?
They brought us a miracle.
A miracle?
Don't be shy. There is no danger, just awe that awaits you here. Ah, you must be Prior Philip. I am Brother Reynold. I have been sent by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Here is his letter, in case you have reasonable doubts. We've been charged to accompany the Weeping Madonna. She is to replace the loss of your relic, Saint Adolphus the Martyr, who...
What?
On her travel from far away Africa, she has collected donations to reward Kingsbridge for your faith in her and in the Lord.
I can't believe this. What is all this?
You do believe. That is why she came. And that is why you shall... The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey.
Please, tell us more.
Of course. My words shall prepare you for the sight of the Holy Madonna. I knew not her powers or destination. Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles. Many bore witness to her miracle. Before it dawned upon me, she was... But where? It came to me in a dream. It was Kingsbury.